I think it'd be beneficial for the management group just to go over, put a bow on the Four Nations as far as what you guys saw in the trenches, so we can understand what worked well for you guys, what didn't work well, maybe some players that showed something different, positive or negative. The only reason we want to do this is to make sure now when we're going to go out and scout, we're just using that information that we gained from Four Nations to better prepare to give you guys the best players to have success.
I liked our group. It'll be interesting to see how we tweak this team, and in the 3 months of tryouts, who rises to the occasion, who doesn't, and your thoughts on the players moving forward. But speed and skill still kills, and if you can throw in some heavy bite in there, you're in a huge position to win.
To bring together this many people is an investment. And so we can build fantastic plans, we can build gold medal plans, but without the investment and the support from our board and from our leadership, this wouldn't be possible.
I know we've presented our plan to the board, so it's our responsibility to make sure that it's our very best. When you look at Hockey Canada, there's 3 teams that compete at the Olympic Games and the Para Games that wear the same jersey, represent the same values, honor the same country. So to be together, to intermix and kind of just to get to know one another, it's something special. It makes you feel, again, that our team is greater than the 23 athletes that will be standing at the blue line.
I think from a national team's perspective, there's really 3 things that we want to accomplish. The first thing is education. Today you're going to hear from the Canadian Olympic Committee. They're going to give you this 30,000-foot view of Milan and the Olympic Games. Secondly is preparation. The men's team, this is it. This is the only time they'll be together before 3 days before the Olympic Games. On the women's side, they've got an opportunity in training block 1 to get on the ice here in Calgary, start to work together and start to build that whole plan. The para team, the same thing. We've had some transition in our coaching and our leadership and our staff, but that plan is being built and is in the works, and we've got time to work on that and get on the ice here in Calgary this week as well. And we could have done a men's orientation, we could have done a women's, we could have done para, we could have done them all in different places. But we decided to do them together because we wanted to have collaboration.
I think it helps me just feel really ease going into what could be my second Olympics. I think when the COC comes in and they're able to organize and give us as much information as they have, I think it puts the athlete's mind at ease, and it only comes every 4 years for a winter athlete, and to be a part of this group and to potentially go, I think that's just makes it all that more exciting.
Set a vision for the next 6 months and understanding that everything we do each day leads towards being in that moment, and you feel inspired to work towards that for sure.
So this is really the North Star that the Canadian Olympic Committee set for Team Canada for these games.
Rise Together is a theme that came together after we went to Olympic Lab with the Canadian Olympic Committee in Montreal. Their theme was Ascension, and so we, since the last Olympic Games, had this concept of one team which incorporated para, women's and men's. And at that time we thought we need a new slogan. We need something that connects all 3 of our programs. And so we also wanted to play off that idea of Ascension, and we came with this idea of Rise Together, which, in the end was, we all are working towards the same goal. We're all working towards the podium in Milan, and so the concept just kind of came to us, and the idea of Rise Together, and I think it's been fantastic.
Being here in Calgary this week just gives you a sense of how much this means to everybody, to Canadians, to us as athletes. Gives you a sense of being a part of something much bigger than yourself. You know, we're going over as Canadian athletes with a group of amazing athletes in so many different disciplines. It's just fun to be a part of a team.
It's really the first time in my 14-year career where we've had all 3 national teams together at once, and we've talked about creating one Team Canada, and truly it's felt like that. As we prepare for Milan, we know that these teams are cheering us on, and we'll be doing the same and representing Canada in a way that reflects our values and everything that's important to us. And we hope at the end of this that we come home from Milan with 3 gold medals.
I think a huge emphasis of Hockey Canada's is to make it feel like we are all one team, and I think that's a big thing for the overall Team Canada who will represent our country at the Olympics.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, I have never been around the women's program because we haven't been to the Olympics, and basically in my entire career that I've been in the NHL. And same with the para program. It's special for us. I'm sure it's special for them. Getting to know some of the girls and guys, and it's really cool to see where everybody comes from, because we really are from coast to coast, from all over the place.
Nice. It's always special when you get to have all the 3 teams together, getting to see the NHL guys, getting to see the para guys. Obviously the last time we had that was in 2014, but it's nice that you get to meet them and get to know them a bit before, you know, the Olympics, and really build that camaraderie.
Keep the camera on her.
Good coaching, right?
That's what she does.
The collaboration that's been going on, and just meeting so many different individuals who are so successful in their own lives, and just hearing stories, sharing stories, getting to share my story. It's been a really cool experience to just get different perspectives and learn a lot about these athletes.
Almost spelled my name wrong there. Creatine, Aaron.
That's the best part of this all is literally just hearing stories and, you know, talking shop, and I think that's what brings teams closer together, is when you actually do like internally know someone, opposed to just like, hey, how you doing, man? Good, you? Okay, see you later. It's like, it's actually, you know, you get to know a guy, you get to know his family, you get to know all that stuff, and I think that's what makes it so important.
The first 2 shots I hit with a wedge shot were both chunks into the water, put our teammate up for it, and then I just hit a dart. So it's golf. It's how it is.
It's a team sport.
That's why you have teammates.
There's a lot of times when we know our colleagues on the para side and on the men's side, but we don't actually get to connect with them. It's been a week of a lifetime, to be honest.
Can't take any bad footage around here. The views are so nice, eh?
Oh, dude. Oh my God, you piped it.
You know, met a lot of guys around the league, and you know, special meeting some of the women and the para team. It's definitely a cool event for Hockey Canada to bring everyone together, and definitely excited for what's to come.
I think mission accomplished by Hockey Canada for really making the 3 teams feel as though we're one as we head into the winter.
3.
I think the biggest challenge for our group heading into the Olympics will really be managing the load that we have this year. It's really unique for us to be playing full-time in the PWHL and then taking a pause in the middle of the year for an Olympic break, a tournament of such big magnitude, where in the past we've had such a long build-up together. So I think we have a really great plan in place to manage that.
Yeah, I think we're open to so much right now. Obviously, we, as this group, these 30 athletes, haven't had the opportunity to be on the ice together yet. Our core is our core with this group. They've been through so much together, they've had so much success together. We have a great leadership group, but you're always very optimistic that some of the younger players or a newer player can step in and crack a lineup roster spot.
Selection, I know that the heart rates everyone probably went up a little bit. Want to be very, very clear with this group as well. Our pool of athletes will be greater than the group that's here. So we have access, or we have the ability to name anyone to our roster come January 1st. So want to make sure to know that we named the 30, but we do have access to a greater pool. In the same breath, I believe the 23 athletes that will represent us in Milan are in this room. And that's why you're selected, and that's why you're here on this journey.
I've had a definitely up and down journey with the national team. I went to the last Olympics in 2022. I got cut from the Olympics in 2018. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries. I've been left off of rosters. I've made rosters. So to get that call and know that they still believe in me and they still see something in me for this roster coming up, and hopefully see that I can help this team have success, that means a lot.
I'm super grateful and excited, for the opportunity to hopefully be in the consideration. I think biggest challenge will just be trying to stay present and, not thinking too far ahead, and focusing on things that are, a little bit down the road and, sometimes out of your hands.
The biggest opportunity you could ever imagine, getting to come to this tryout, and it's something you dream of as a little girl, and it just seems so far away, but to actually be here and practicing in the Maple Leaf every single day, and to know that an opportunity so large as the Olympics is within reach, it's so incredible, and every single thing I've ever wanted as an athlete and as a person is that close.
Army asked me to sort it by players that are coming to this camp. There's only 2 teams where we only have 2 guys seeing them heading into the November meeting.
Philadelphia is probably the big one. So I have them 3 times and you have them once, and nobody else has Philly. Seattle is in that same bucket because they have a player here, and Army sees them once and you see them once, Sweens. There are other teams that I would put into the group of San Jose's in that group. You and Julian don't have San Jose, and then Army, Jimmy and I just have them once. We get 3 views on San Jose total, but 3 different guys.
Yeah, my thought would be not to, maybe alter your schedule if you can a bit. Don't reinvent the wheel, because I think our November meeting will set us up to who's playing well, because we're still gonna have 2 months or 7 weeks to pick our team.
There's only one team I'd say we don't need to, Washington. We all have them and we have them covered a ton. Yeah. LA, we have pretty good before that first meeting. You see them twice, Jimmy sees them, Julian and I both see them twice.
We're gonna know by November if he's a real chance. I don't think that he's gonna have a big enough impact for us to chase early, if he does make the team. I don't know.
We kind of know who the core. Let's let the other guys. They got to show us the other guys. Yeah, but we're gonna see them enough.
It's a huge commitment. These guys have very important day jobs, working with their NHL clubs, and the amount of time they're able to donate to Hockey Canada because they care so much about the country and care so much about our program and wanting to win is really incredible, and we're fortunate to have that group of people. And so it started with Doug, and then in 2024, we added the rest of our management group, including Ryan Getzlaff from a player perspective. And then that group has been working towards putting that team together that we built for the Four Nations face-off, and then ultimately learning from that experience and transitioning that to the Olympic Games. And so, we've looked at 2 World Championships of Four Nations face-off leading to the Olympics, both from selecting our staff and also selecting our players.
So I'd like our group here
to provide a philosophy for Kyle on the men's world championship player procurement, and what that means is this a continuation of the Four Nations and we're preparing? Is it an evaluation of players for the Olympic Games? Is it a combination of both?
This philosophy combined with round one losses is what will make it the most challenging. It's not that it can't be done. I don't want to short the Olympic evaluation.
Once they start playing playoff games, their evaluation clock has started.
Gotcha.
So I would err on the guys that their evaluation clock hasn't started.
Yeah.
And get as many of those guys as we can. So if these guys miss the playoffs and they're on this, the call is, we want you to go to the World Championships because you're on our list to come in August.
Yeah.
If you say no, and somebody goes to the World Championships really good, you might not be coming in August.
The guys that were there at the Four Nations, if we don't bring them to Europe for 3 weeks and have them recover and have them be fresh for next season, are we going to get better players for the Olympics? It's the same players, but are they going to be more fresh?
Well, there's also another side. I do have a job to try to win every year.
That's another component. I became involved in Hockey Canada in March of 2024. Scott Salmon and Doug Armstrong asked me about getting involved in helping out the World Championship team last year. And then that carried on into a role with the Four Nations Face-Off and then with World Championship and the 2026 Olympics.
We have 43 separate players that were listed in your submissions that you provided. Those should be the players from the pool from which we're picking. And if they're available right away, let's get them.
No, I have no idea. He's going to say yes. Wow. He says no every time.
After the Four Nations Face-Off, and just sort of trying to identify players that were important for us on two fronts. Number one, continuity of the team heading into the Olympics in 2026. And number two, making sure that we were seeing the players that we wanted to see. I think any player that is sort of on that Olympic, on our longer list or on our priority list, we gave them first priority when offering spots for the World Championship team. The goal is obviously to educate ourselves as best we can before heading into the Olympics.
Playing off a win at the Four Nations Face-Off, which was incredibly important, and maybe to get a little bit of a humbling experience in Sweden, it wasn't that bad of a thing when you think about it, even though it felt like it at the time. I think we're real proud of the type of players that we were able to recruit there. Not only those players that wanted to showcase themselves for the Olympic Games, but players that didn't need to showcase themselves. Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon. Every time that you have an opportunity to bring together your best players, bring together some of your staff, win or lose, you're going to learn something. I think we learned a lot. And Doug has said from day one, really, you have two opportunities in the spring, the Stanley Cup playoffs or the World Championships. And if you're not playing in either of them, it's hard to get noticed. And so I think that message was heard loud and clear. We learned from the Stanley Cup playoffs, some guys who had great playoffs. We learned from those players who came to the World Championships and ultimately gave us a better perspective leading into this season.
Why are we in this room? Why do we do this? Right? Like I said earlier, I want you to leave this room. So I want to make this team.
So we've got 27 athletes in our group of 30 that are PWHL. We've got 3 college athletes. We need them to play games, ideally. We need them to be active in that way, while the 27 other athletes are going into a league and playing games. How do we make that work? The best solution was to keep them in school. So the 3 of them are still enrolled in classes, will participate in as many games as they possibly can with their college team, and participate in this training block. So important that Caitlin, Ev, and Chloe have the same opportunities as anybody else here to make our team.
Yeah, I got a call from Troy. I did not expect it one bit. I think I was on my way to go to my grandparents' house for a summer dinner. And yeah, like it was just kind of an out-of-body experience. I get chills thinking about it still.
Every time we used to get together before the Professional Women's Hockey League was more around finding meaningful games. We find now with the Professional Women's Hockey League, there's plenty of meaningful games, so it's more about how we can get together and build and grow as a group.
For the 27 PWHL athletes, your success in the PWHL will be instrumental in you making this team. We will be evaluating our athletes throughout these phases and through practices and through conversations and body of work that we've seen with you guys. But your success in the PWHL will seal the deal on your faith on coming to the Olympics or not. It's that simple.
Yeah, I got a call from Troy that I was coming to orientation, and it was, a call that I've been hoping for my whole life. It's a dream to compete for a spot on the Olympic team.
To actually get invited and realize like you're on the same level as some of the amazing other players we have here is so special. And I think just even for my development as a hockey player, like getting to be here in this environment day in and day out with this great group of girls and staff has been incredible.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just focusing on what I can control. I found myself in the past getting caught up on what other players are doing and how they're contributing. But at the end of the day, it's focusing on me and what I bring and just having confidence in what I can do out there.
I look at the room and I know for certainty one of you will, at least one, will be going to your very first Olympic Games. And in the same breath, with the same emotion, I can promise you that it will be some of our last. But I want us to promise each other that it will be our best.